Up next, the 76ers taking on the Knicks. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been rolling all year, and nobody can seem to slow them down. At home tonight, they are looking for their next victim. Knicks, Sixers, up next.
They gon' know me as legendary. When he stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat, I'm the game, we getting married.
Yes, sir. Come on, bring it. How about that pass? Come on, that was amazing. Nice.
2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tobias Harris, since he was 10 years old, has spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love the game even more. And Gervin says, I'm his coach as far as putting that ball in the hole. And he's a good student, too. Kevin?
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Philadelphia, advantage in one series. And, of course, New York just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Knicks, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reason.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
So the New York starting five. In the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Kemba Walker is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Noel in its center. And for the 76ers, the stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And Clark, some guys check the standings every morning. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, we were struggling as a team when I was playing, so the standings weren't that significant. Just trying to win games was my primary focus. But as I've watched players, I do know that the better the team is, typically the more guys are checking the standings to see what other teams of their ilk are doing in the league.
Harden scanning the floor. And they double up Embiid. 6 to shoot. Harden the pass to Harris. The 76ers need to get off a shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Embiid has such balance and agility for a big man. He's able to work through contact and still finish with touch.
And really an incredible playmaker his entire career. Harden has taken that up a notch. And he now often looks for his teammates first.
Now, here's Barrett. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. He gets it in there.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
And huge assist totals for Harden, which is also a reflection, Greg, of the talent around him.
And he's played with some of the best finishers in the game throughout his career. What changed starting last year was his mindset, making him all that much more difficult to defend.
Randall kicks to Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Barrett's got 5 now.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Maxey passes to Embiid from deep. Harden. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Randall no good. 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Embiid. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Last season, Embiid posted career highs as a scorer. And, Greg, he did it with unbelievable efficiency.
And how about hovering around that coveted 50-40-90 club? What's amazing is how comfortable he looks. The defense is never able to speed him up.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone more confident than Embiid.
He's got plenty of confidence, and he's a funny guy, too, extremely entertaining. He said, the mindset I get when I'm on the floor is that I'm the best player in the gym. And much of the time, he ain't wrong.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. George Niang, he's checked in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green, and it's Korkmaz in for James Harden.
Drafted 3rd overall in 2014. Wow, it's been that long already. Joel Embiid didn't play his first NBA game for 2 years. Philadelphia was extra cautious with his foot injury. Well, Joel has proven to be well worth the wait.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Burks kicks to Gibson. Gibson setting the pick for Quickly. Nailed from three-point land. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now, here's Maxey. Quickly covering. Here's Embiid. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Embiid's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, if you can't appreciate how skilled Embiid is, you got a problem. And he's impossible for the defense to slow down.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. 76ers lead by 4. And a bit of a lull in the play of Joel Embiid. He sees the need to turn up the heat a bit.
I think I need to, be more aggressive. Just look to impose myself, just look to dominate. I guess I need to go back to having fun and just dominate.
And certainly Embiid has shown he can dominate.
MVP level talent. He's just got to bring it every time down the floor.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And New York, looking at who they've got. Randall and Robinson make up the inside pair. Alec Burks is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett at the 3, the small forward. Here is Harden, following the basket by Julius Randle. Good work there as it goes. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia. Now with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen, Clark, the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Niang. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Knicks trail by 7. And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin. And he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids. And certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
And here's Millsap following Julius Randle's 3. Shot clock at 6. Niang passes to Thybulle. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here's Barrett. 5 points in the game. And he lays it straight in. Barrett's got 7 points.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
Millsaps against Burks. Harris. Burks pulls it in. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Knicks. It's a 5-point game coming off that loss against the Nets.
And you could say they probably were in control for 3 quarters of that game. But in that 4th quarter, man, they just fell apart.
Randall buries it down low. 7 points in the game.
There's your bully ball right there. A lot of folks think that's all Randall is a bully baller. Those big shoulders and that muscular body, he does a nice job putting them to use.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers ahead, up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. Your team has found success when they've gotten the ball into the paint. Is that the goal, to do more of that in the second half?
Yeah, we want to play inside out, force them to collapse, and then we got to share the ball. We have to make quick decisions. When we move the ball quickly, we'll get good shots. But if we hold on to it, they're not going to be high percentage shots.
The ball finds energy, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
This string of games, it looks like there are some gimmies, but this is the NBA. You overlook a team, and you end up getting waxed. Obviously, coach is preaching that up and down. Sometimes guys just don't want to listen.
And switching back now to halftime of the Philadelphia 76ers game. They're in a tug of war right now.
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq's suit.
And enough of our shenanigans. It's time to send you back courtside for the second half.
Shenanigans. You know what, Shaq? You're a world-class rapper, platinum albums, blah, blah, blah. Can you rap the word shenanigans in a rap?
Of course. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let me introduce you to my 2 favorite friends. That's right, baby. We're back with our shenanigans. The pandemic ends and the fans come again. Back to b-ball, y'all. been famishing.
Ooh, drop the mic. Bars.
That was solid.
Bars.
Thank you, Ernie. Thank you, Ernie.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Actually out there with Harden, and it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now Randall, 7 points in the game. Some solid defense from Harris.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Fournier against Harden. Outside, Green. There's the pass to Harris. Over Randall. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, he's an elite shooter with a lot of sweet spots. Defenses have to mark and keep an eye on Harris from mid-range.
And along with terrific production, Harris is an interesting team leader, very positive in his approach.
Randall dishes to Noel. From past the arc, shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Randall.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Harris with it. Now defended by Randall. Green against Barrett. Green kicks to Harris. Over Randall. Harris misses. And Greg, Harris has grown more vocal as his comfort level on the team has risen.
And Kevin, he's always had it in him. Now that he's a veteran, he's earned the right. He always seems to bring the guys together.
Now, here's Walker, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris.
Incredibly light-footed at 7 feet tall. Embiid can cover a lot of ground defensively.
Green passes to Maxey. Chalk up 2 there. Maxey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Noel finds Barrett. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And what a basket by Barrett, looking unafraid to take on these difficult challenges down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. George Niang, he's checked in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Danny Green. And it's Korkmaz in for James Harden. Then for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Noel. Gibson comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Burks in for Fournier. And that one falls for Barrett.
Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now.
Here's Niang. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Korkmaz. To the paint. Gibson with the steal. Walker dishes to Barrett. Pass to Gibson. Walker taking his time here. Inside. And the rejection by Embiid. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Checking in for the Knicks.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. 76ers lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Come on, fans. Fourth quarter.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Knicks. Reddish out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. Korkmaz passes to Maxey. Now Millsap. Here's Korkmaz. To the middle. Here's Niang. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Millsap. Harris comes in for George Niang. And it's James Harden in for Korkmaz. And a new group in for the Knicks. Noel's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randle comes in for Taj Gibson. Evan Fournier's checked in for Burks. And Walker subbed in for Quickly. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you, we'll win this game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Randle surveying the D. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead. To the lane. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks, recognizing a big possession and commanding the ball.
Right side to Walker. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Randall kicks to Fournier. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Now here's Embiid. Here's Maxey. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You know, a feed like this shows you how well-rounded Joel Embiid's game is becoming and what a good teammate he is. He's not just looking for his own.
Here's Walker. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. Randall kicks to Walker. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. Money! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
And your Sixers dance team. Let's go! Right, we are the best band in the NBA. I think it's time for all of us to get down.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Bullseye!
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Fans, let's hear it. We're almost there.
Embiid from outside. Go!
Guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend the game, and the young fella delivered.
Yes, he did. A clutch shot, and really what I like, guys, there was no hesitation. He shot it freely and with confidence. As a result, we're headed to overtime.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And New York looking at who they've got. Noel is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Walker in at the point. Now here's Walker. Defense is right there. That one falls.
That's why Walker is out here. I mean, he's got the ability to capitalize in big spots of the game.
To the right side. Tries from 10. And the rejection by Noel. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Now, here's Maxey. Guarded by Walker and stolen by Noel. Down low, here's Randall. Oh, that's blocked. Now here's Green. To the inside. And stolen by Noel. Here's Burks. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass it to Embiid. And the officials call traveling violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for George Neal. And it's James Harden in for Korkmaz.
Timeout, Knicks. 2-1 apiece. And your center,
Berg finds Randall.
time to get up and get loud.
Now here's Walker. Not a lot of room. Driving the lane. Yes!
There's no doubt about it. Walker has got the touch.
Timeout call for Philadelphia. And your center, Dancy. Let's get loud.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Noel against Embiid. Over Noel. And the rejection by Noel. Embiid with the screen on Walker. Clock at 6. Embiid trying to break loose. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Knicks final section. What a t-shirt. And your center, Dancy.
Outside, Walker with the drive. And we're headed to another overtime. A breathtaking defensive stop to stay alive. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. Here we go. Harris with it. The pass to Maxey. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And he makes good on the layup. And that's now 18 points for Joel Embiid.
You know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Knicks, Kemba Walker. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
I love how efficient Walker is. The Connecticut alum continues to just thrive on the offensive end.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Knicks. And he is unable to get the second one. Now Harden. To Maxey. Back to Harden. They set the screen. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. Embiid inside. Noel on him. Embiid, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that ties the game up. Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Evan Fournier is checked in for Cameron Reddish. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
The crazy fans get a free t-shirt. Let's see, fans. All right, coming up.
Outside, Walker. And he drives in. Good!
Boy, this little fella, Kemba Walker, is a treat to watch, especially when he takes it all the way to the cup. He's got explosive speed and finishes with ease on the drive.
Timeout for the Sixers. All right, fans, on your feet, make some noise. Who wants the shirt? All right, coming out to the court right now.
Harris passes to Maxey. Harden with a screen on Walker. Here's Embiid. Shoots a fader. It falls!
You know, every year Embiid seems to kick his scoring up just a notch. I think he realizes how dominant he can be.
That's a two-pointer from Walker. It counts!
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
All right, coming out to the court right now, it's your Sixers.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Embiid. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. Out to the right wing. Embiid against Noel. Embiid dishes to Harden. Fires from 18. It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that lead.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And so with overtime 2 in the books, the game is still not over. Overtime number 3 coming up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line.
Here we go.
To the left side wing. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Over Reddish. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now, here's Reddish. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Embiid with the block. And he recovers it. Korkmaz passes to Maxey. There's the drive. Shoots over Walker. Maxey, no good.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Walker goes in. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Insane creativity. Walker feels like he can just carve up any defense whenever he wants to.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Harden's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Fournier is checked in.
Knicks substitution.
Pass to Embiid. Fades away. It drops.
You know, Embiid does most of his work inside, but he's pretty comfortable in the mid-range, too.
New York calls timeout. And your Sixers dance team.
For 3, Fournier. Trifecta!
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Harden against Walker. They kick it out to Green. Back to Harden. Embiid with the screen on Walker. Shot clock at 6. Embiid dishes to Green. Good ball movement here by the 76ers.
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. What do you think, guys?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Last section gets free t-shirts. Who's going to be the last section? All right, coming out to the program now is your Sixers dance team. Let's make some noise. Come on, everybody. You're the sixth man. Checking in for the Knicks, R.J. Barrett.
And here are the Knicks now. Outside, Walker. Outside for Randall. Right between the eyes.
Yeah, I think the train has left the station in regards to Walker ever being able to live his shoot-first reputation down. But as we see here, this is a guy who can make some spectacular passes.
Right now, it's your Sixers dance team. And guess what? It's time to get up and get loud.
From deep three-point range. So a close game sees New York take this one. An amazing game lasting multiple overtimes.
I mean, definitely an epic game. And while both teams fought hard, I just got the sense they played more with a purpose to win. I mean, all the tension in OT, they have got to be exhausted, but happy. What a game.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kemba. Congrats. The shots were falling tonight, so what was clicking?
Just being aggressive. I missed a lot of shots early. I was pretty disappointed in myself, but you know, my teammates got the utmost confidence in me. My coaches had great confidence in me. It just gives me confidence to take those shots down the stretch. So I was excited I was able to make them.
You certainly look like a confident player when it mattered. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.